Hey everyone, GrimmChorizo here, and welcome to Wrestling Roundup, the show where I give you this week's wrestling news, rumors, and recap. Let's go ahead and start with the results from TLC. On the pre-show, American Alpha, the Hype Bros, and Apollo Crews defeated The Ascension, the Vaudevillains, and Kurt Hawkins. The Wyatt family, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, defeated Heath Slater and Rhino to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Nikki Bella defeated Carmella in a no disqualification match. The Miz defeated Dolph Ziggler to retain the Intercontinental title in a ladder match. Baron Corbin defeated Kalisto in a chairs match. Alexa Bliss defeated Becky Lynch to win the Women's Championship in a tables match. And in the main event, AJ Styles defeated Dean Ambrose to retain the WWE World Championship in a TLC match, of course, help from James Ellsworth. So I thought that TLC was a really good show. I liked pretty much all the matches. I thought that Kalisto and Baron Corbin was the best chairs match I've ever seen. Nikki Bella and Carmella was a really good no DQ match. The tables match, the problem with it was a little long between Alexa and Becky, but I thought it was pretty good and they had some good spots. The TLC match was amazing. Probably my favorite TLC one-on-one match I've ever seen. And I thought that the Wyatt family winning in dominant fashion was awesome. So I thought and the ladder match between Miz and Ziggler, really good as well. I liked the whole show. Now let's move over to Raw. Roman Reigns retained the United States Championship against Chris Jericho. Rusev and Lana set up Enzo Amore to go into Lana's hotel room thinking he was gonna get some, but then Rusev just beat the hell out of him. I thought this was another cool thing where they had them do a, away from the arena segment, and it was a little more edgy, so I'm all for that. Cesaro and Sheamus vs. Gallows and Anderson was a #1 contenders match for the tag titles. It went to a no contest after New Day interrupted. So now it's going to be next week a triple threat tag team match for the tag team titles. To close out Raw, Charlotte Flair called out Ric Flair, apologized to him for being a bitch earlier in the year, then smacked him, and then Sasha Banks came out and Charlotte destroyed Sasha. So, once again, Charlotte just basically setting up Ric to tear him down again. On SmackDown, AJ Styles was set to defend the WWE World title against James Ellsworth, but he was not medically cleared due to an ankle injury, so they were both out in the ring. Dean Ambrose, pissed that Ellsworth cost him the match, came out, hit dirty deeds on Ellsworth. So James Ellsworth actually had a reason for why he did it. It's not so much that he had anything against Ambrose, it's that he is delusional. He thinks because he beat AJ Styles 3 times in the past, that he can do it again, on his own. And he knew that if AJ won and retained the title, then Ellsworth would get his guaranteed match for the world title. So I kind of like the reasoning. It's not like he's a full heel, he's just dumb as hell. The Wyatt family retained the WWE Tag Team titles against Heath Slater and Rhino, and it was announced that the Wyatts, Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton, will be defending the titles under the Freebird rule. Alexa Bliss had a championship celebration, pyro, all that stuff, which is pretty cool. Then Becky Lynch came out, and Alexa was going to give her a title match, but then she backed away, of course. And in the main event of SmackDown, The Miz retained the Intercontinental title against Dean Ambrose after accidental interference from James Ellsworth, distracting Dean Ambrose. So this week, I'm going to give the win to SmackDown. I thought that Raw had a pretty decent show, and SmackDown had a good show, and TLC was just amazing. So, that being in SmackDown's favor, I got to give the win to SmackDown this week. Some matches have been added to Raw's pay-per-view coming up: Roadblock, End of the Line, Chris Jericho vs. Seth Rollins, as well as Charlotte Flair vs. Sasha Banks in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Raw Women's Championship. Last weekend in Osaka, Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Samoa Joe to win back the NXT Championship. Mickie James has signed with the WWE for a multi-year contract, and she is apparently rumored to be on the SmackDown brand. Also next week on Raw, Emelina is set to make her debut. So thanks for watching this week's episode of Wrestling Roundup. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week. See you later.